What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're doing a sad one. Unfortunately, this player is not with us anymore. If many of you know, Dwayne Haskins passed away earlier this year, and I don't want to get into the details or anything about that. It's just his life was cut short before he even had a chance to even live a life, let alone even have a career. So I don't want to get into it. It's already sad that he died so young and didn't even get a chance to live a full life and be able to enjoy everything about it, you know? So not just football related, but life-wise wow, cannot talk, sorry. But yeah, we're going to do Dwayne Haskins today. So we're going to go back to college and then go back to the pros. I don't know how I'm going to do the whole Washington thing because they were back before they changed the name. So if you guys want me to blur it out for the next coming video, I'm not going to blur it out for this one just because I don't know how to go about it. Like, you know, that's just what the team's name was, sadly, and I can't really change it per se. So if I should blur it out in future videos, let me know. If I should just leave it and not worry about it, then I'll do that. But you guys let me know what I should do and what I shouldn't do. You know, I'll let you guys decide what's the better course of action about going about it. But let's head to the depth chart and see what's going on here. As you can see, he is second on the depth chart behind JT Barrett. I put him as an 88 just because we knew he's going to go to the NFL and everything. We also got Joe Burrow on the team here. This was before he transferred, so I think he transferred after this year. I'm not 100% sure, but JT Barrett's the starter. We got all the players from that draft, like Kyler Murray's in here. I think Daniel Jones is all in here too. So it's about as accurate as I could get it. But yeah, it's about as close as I did. I only did the quarterbacks because if I did all of the players in the draft, I'd still be working on it to this day. So I only did the quarterbacks because those are obviously going to be the main ones we're going to be focusing on. But let's head to his first year. Let's see what he did, and we'll go from there. So numbers-wise, he had 1,431 yards, 16 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. I mean, it's not bad. Not bad numbers for being a freshman, and as you can tell, his overall bumped up hugely. But yeah, for not being the starter and getting some playing time, he looked like he did some good numbers there. Nothing too crazy, but for, you know, being the backup, what are you gonna complain about? He got some playing time and he played well while he was doing that. So I'm not mad about that. We also went undefeated. We're gonna be in the Big Ten title game, so I'm excited to see if we can win the title. But who knows? Let's go to the game, see what ends up happening.
You the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented.
Well, we're ahead right now. We're not ahead by much, so if we have a catastrophic meltdown right now, it's going to kind of suck and kind of ruin our first year after we had a relatively decent year for a freshman here. But wow, that was an ugly throw, and we should have picked that off. So I'm nervous as hell because I have no idea how this is going to go. Like, we really need to make a stop here. You know, there's less than a minute left. 32-28. We're not up by a lot. Like a touchdown, we basically are gone. If they get a touchdown, we're screwed. So we really, 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 really need the defense to step up here. You know, we did our job. We scored ahead. Now it's... Oh, my God. He trucked the hell out of that guy. That skinny receiver just trucked, what, a linebacker that probably was? I'm not liking how this is going to look. Oh, God. Oh, my God. And tackle. Wrap up. Come on. Like, I'm nervous. I'm nervous because of how close they are, and this dude has been killing us. Like, nobody's even getting to him. What are you celebrating about? He spiked it on his own. I don't understand what you're celebrating about. They're right there in the red zone. So if you don't stop them here, we lose. There's no chance we're coming back with less than 10 seconds. I mean, I know it says 12, but by the time they hike it and everything, it's going to be less than 10.
Touchdown, and that gives them the lead.
God. Oh my god, how did you leave the tight end open? Oh my. That was the worst thing that could have probably ever freaking happened to us. Like, there's no way we're coming back and winning that. There's no way. Unless we have an amazing return where we take the kickoff back all the way, there's no way. There's no freaking way. Even if we ran it all the way back and got into field goal range, there's not going to be any time left. Like 9 seconds, that's not going to be enough. So now we have to rely on our offense to make a final play here, which I don't see it happening. I really don't see it happening, to be perfectly honest. I don't. Okay, JT's back. That's not what we freaking needed. Luckily, we have timeouts, but there's 4 seconds left. So I don't understand the logic in there. Why are you throwing up the middle? You need to throw deep passes or throw it out to the outs. Can't talk. Or you need to throw it to the sideline. We don't need to be throwing these types of freaking passes. That's what we should have done, but that was, yeah, and it's intercepted, so it's not like it freaking matters anyway, because, you know, there we go. Well, yeah, that was the game. We ended up blowing that, so that's a great way to end it. That's a good way to end our first year. So my bad, that wasn't the end of the year. We're going to the Sugar Bowl. That was just the Big Ten conference that we lost. So, yeah, don't know where my mind was on that one, but yeah. But we are here and we are winning at least our last game of the season. We get to go off on a high note here because there is no way they're coming back and scoring, what is that, 20 plus points? Like, that's not happening. So we end up winning this. We are going to take home the Sugar Bowl trophy, which I'm not mad about that. At least we get to go off on a high note here. And it's not a bad looking trophy, so at least we get a trophy at the beginning of our next year here. So hopefully next year it'll go better since we'll be the starter and everything. He's finally going to get the reins. So I'm just hoping that it's going to be a much better year and things are going to go smoothly. We'll win the Big Ten title, we'll play in the national title and win it. Like, I'm just hoping for good things in the next coming season here. So let's head on to the next season. Alright, on the sophomore season, which is his last year he was in college, he is up to a 97 already, and team's not looking bad. We got J.K. Dobbins on our team, Terry McLaurin on our team, Paris Campbell, K.J. Hill. I mean, I think Terry McLaurin was even the guy who was on his team in NFL too, so that's not that bad either. So let's go to his season stats. So not bad stats here. We got over 3,000 yards, 28 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. I mean, not a bad year for your last year. So let's go to the Big Ten title and let's see if we can win the Big Ten title this year.
Glad to have you with us in the studio. I'm Reese Davis, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites.
So all we had to do was let Dwayne take control, because look what he did. 42-20. I would say that is not a bad way to go to end your year as Big Ten champion, something that JT Barrett couldn't do. Granted, that was not a great run, but at least we were able to do something there. So I'm happy with that. I'm glad we're going out on a high note in the Big Ten. At least we are going out as Big Ten champions. So not a bad way to end your season or your career. So let's hope it leads to a national championship and we can do something more with this season. Also wanted to point out we came second in the Heisman, losing to the Johnny Manziel guy. But we're in the national title, so that's all we care about. So let's head over there.
Playing with style is what I call art.
So this one is a close one. We are down by a touchdown, but we got Dwayne Haskins, so I'm not too worried about it. And was that a touchdown? I don't know if that was a... Okay, that was only 2nd and goal, but we broke a record for most passing yards, so I'll take that. I mean, and we're about to score a touchdown, so I'm fine with that. So let's get back to scoring now. That's what's more important here. Let's get the touchdown, and then we can celebrate about the record. Like, let's get this title game under control. And, oh, damn, I hope he got back up. That was a scary shot. That dude just blasted him. I'm surprised he got back up from that and didn't get injured. So, all right, it's 3rd goal. We really need to score here. So, I just need you to step up, Dwayne, be the playmaker that we know you are. Why are they running the opposite way? Like, run straight. Why are we running away from the end zone? Run straight into the end zone. Okay, well, it's 4th and goal. We literally need this. This is our last tee. Oh my God! Oh my God! Did you see that? That's superstar level right there. That is superstar level right there. Holy hell. Like, look, he was so close to getting taken down on 4th and goal with seconds. Oh my God, that was the most terrifying thing ever. So all we got to do is hit this chip shot, and we are tied up, and all we got to do is just hold them. All we have to do is... I am terrified at the moment. Like, I'm scared. Like, are we going to be okay? Like, are we going to be able to stop them? Because our defense proved last year when we watched Michigan State just run up and down the field on us. Like, they were able to do it no problem. So I don't know how I'm going to be feeling about this, because my defense scares me. Like, this defense just scares me. And this isn't even, like... I guess they are kind of peak Alabama in this game, because I didn't really edit any of the rosters or anything. I just changed the name and edited those players who would fit, like, where they were getting drafted. Like, that's how I basically do the ratings. Is however they're getting drafted. Like, if they're the 1st overall pick, I'll make them, like, a 99 type shit. You know, because it just makes sense. Like, you're going to be an overall number 1 pick. Like, make you the best player. Because if I just left you as what they have it sometimes. Because some players on here, on these college games, like, they'll be the 1st overall pick to have, like, a 83 or something. Like, how are you an 83? And, like, I know it goes by the last year's stats, yada yada, but it's just weird. So, ooh. And he's all... Jesus Christ. There wasn't a single guy by him. There was nobody by him. How was he wide open? How was he that wide open? Why was he that wide open? Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Again, this is the 2nd time, with the same amount of time, I think, too. I think Michigan State left 9 seconds for us last game, too. Like, Jesus Christ, all you had to do was not let anyone get... Like, we could have went into overtime, and that would have been fine. There is no...
80-yard drive, and it's good for 7 points. You know, you always prepare your offense.
I don't know what to say. I am beyond disappointed and aggravated because Dwayne fought back. Haskins did what he could to bring this team back to where they are, and now he's got to drive down the field with barely any time left. I mean, granted, we have our timeouts, but that doesn't really mean anything. Oh, come on. Like, how do you leave that guy wide open? Like, not even close to wide open. Like, just completely wide open. There was nobody near him. Like, where was the blown assignment? Like, who blew that assignment that badly? Jesus Christ, that was not fun to watch at all. I mean, damn. Damn.
And they bring him down for a sack on the play.
Fuck. So, unfortunately, we did not win the national title because our defense let us down again. Yeah, I don't Yeah, I don't know. We'll just have to see if we can do better in the NFL. NFL, I'm going to do it a little different. I'm going to try not show as much games and stuff because we don't want it to be like an hour long and crap. So I'll like show is like 5 years. If anything big happens in those 5 years, like, you know, if we sign someone big or anything like that that helps to the team, I'll let you guys know if we made it to the playoffs, show a little bit of the playoffs and stuff. If we make it to the Super Bowl, obviously I'll show the Super Bowl games, but I'll try and keep it minimal. I don't want to make it seem like a 5-hour video or an hour-long video. I'm trying to keep it short. I'll just do every 5 years, and then after his 10th year, I'll just wait till he retires unless something really big happens with him. So we'll head on to the NFL and see what we can do there. Hopefully it will be a lot better than what happened in college. Alright, so we are on to Madden 20, which I have never played this game before. I basically stopped playing Madden after Madden 25 because that's when NCAA stopped making games. So I stopped after that. I haven't played a new Madden since. So this is the first Madden I have ever played in like a long time because I am just not a fan of the Madden series anymore. Like, it just seems so cheap compared to NBA 2K that it's just not even fun sometimes. Like, you have to almost go out of your way to even find certain stats, like keep track of stuff. Like, it's not a fun time. But yeah, so we're heading to Madden 20. I'm going to apologize again for the Washington logo. I can't do anything about it. If you guys want me to blur it in the future, let me know that. I will blur it in the future if I need to. But let's head on to his rookie year. So as you can see, he is a 72 overall. He's second on the depth chart because that's what I made him. But yeah, nothing too special here. 72. We're hoping that goes up. Nothing crazy stats. 89 throw power, 81 accuracy. Like, it's just simple run-of-the-mill numbers here. So I'm hoping that it gets better as we go through it. But we're going to check his 5-year stats. Go from there. If anything big happens in those time periods, then I'll show that stuff, like if we make the playoffs and stuff. But yeah, basically, I'm just going to do every 5 years for NFL. Unless big changes happen, like we sign somebody big on our team or anything like that, you know. I don't want to make the video 45 to an hour long, you know. So I'm going to try and keep it shorter. Not sim through a couple things. I'll show you basically, like, if it's a big game like the Super Bowl, I'll give you, like, the last minute or so of that game, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, we'll keep it short and simple, but let's check out his 5 years. In between those years, if anything big happens, I'll let you guys know. Alright, so as you can see, we are on to his 5th year. I know it says 4 years, but if you count it, it's 5 years there. So, not bad numbers. Obviously, he didn't get to play barely any in his rookie year because Alex Smith was here. So, yeah, they're not going to put him in while Alex Smith is still there. And I think Alex Smith's overall wasn't that bad. So, but yeah, in his first full year, though, when he gets to play, look at what he put up. About 3,300 yards, 30 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 66 completion percentage. Like, that's not bad. That is great numbers for a first-time player. Numbers, passing yards went up. Interceptions and touchdowns fluctuated, but that's nothing bad. But then his 4th year and 5th year both went up to 30 touchdowns, which you can't go wrong with that, and you'll find out why those numbers are as great as they are. Because let me tell you, when the 3rd year happened, that's when shit went. That's when stuff finally picked up for you. Let me show you what I mean. As we were able to get some major pickups on the sign in the free agency, as we got Ezekiel Elliott to run the ball for us, we got Tyreek Hill to pass it to. So how could you go wrong with either one? That we got double threats here that helped us get to the playoffs. And our boy also jumped up to an 87. So how can you go wrong? Playoffs, baby. So we finally get ourselves some playoff action. Took 3 years and 2 big major signings for our offense. Defense, we didn't really sign anyone big. It was mainly just offense. All we were aiming for was for offense. So we're taking on San Fran to face Patrick Mahomes, because of course Patrick Mahomes has to be involved in this. And literally they drove down the field and scored right on us. So now we're going to be down because our defense did not step up here whatsoever. So fortunately, they're going to go for 2 points so that they can even have a more of a lead in case we actually play well. They, of course, do not get it because our defense decided to step up. Reuben Foster decided to come and play today. But then our boy Dwayne Haskins having decent numbers there in the game. Not too bad at all. Trying to lead us down the field. Possibly trying to score here. But instead of doing that, he runs backwards. Like, why are you running backwards? You don't need to be running backwards. You need to be running forwards. So, of course, that didn't go well. Then it's 3rd and 25, 26. Like, we are so damn far, and we're going to run the ball. That is the dumbest play, just worst call playing I've ever seen. Then on 4th and 27, we lost yards as we ran that ball. 4th and 27. Like, we need a godsend right here. And, of course, we're not getting that. Of course, they broke it up. Turnover on downs, basically in the freaking red zone. And then we're going to have Patrick Mahomes, who threw freaking 300 freaking yards. Because, you know, he's God right now in this game. And we end up losing it. So, our first playoff run did not go well at all. I do not blame Dwayne at all. It was just a rough game. So then in our next year, our playoff run starts off a whole lot better. We basically annihilate Tampa because our boy Dwayne Haskins came and played 310, 5 touchdowns, 92%. We blew them out of the water. And so we're making a run this year. This is our year to do something. 49-7, hell yeah, we're the greatest. Then in the next playoff game, we take on our division rival, the New York Giants. Guess what? They ain't stopping us. We're unstoppable this year. 24-7 going in the fourth quarter, and we have the ball. Yeah, we're not giving that up. We came in here with a goal set. We were determined to not let last year happen again. And guess what? We did not let it happen this year. We ended up coming in strong. Dwayne played well. Like, we were not going to let last year happen to us. So our fourth year was our good year. We were going all the way, baby. And of course, because I just totally spaced out, that was the conference championship. Because of course we are going to make it to the Super Bowl. We have a stacked team. We got the QB, we got the running back, we got the receiver. There's no chance our team wasn't going to make it to the Super Bowl. So our boy Dwayne in his fourth year is already playing in the Super Bowl. How can you go wrong? They stacked. They gave him the weapons that he needed, and he did what he needed to do. He got his team to the Super Bowl, no fails, played well. Like, our team is amazing. Our team is amazing. Question is, can we win the whole thing now? So we're driving down the field. It is the fourth quarter with almost under a minute, about a minute almost. And our boy Dwayne is driving us down the field. Do not make the same mistakes you made in the last time. Because he's not going to. He learned from his previous season. He learned that going backwards ain't going to help the team out. He's going to make clutch plays, hand it off to his power back, the money back, who's making them big dollars to be a big-time player. Hand him off the ball. Hand the ball off to Zeke. Let Zeke do his business. Let him get his dinner. Let him get his money. Let him get his yards. Let him eat it up. That's all you got to do. Make it safe. Be careful. Let him run. And look at him. He's about to score. Or not. I still don't understand how that wasn't a touchdown. But, hey, you know what? We're right there in the red zone. We're right there in the red zone. Hand the ball off to Zeke. Let him eat. Give that boy the ball. Right there. How do you go wrong? How do you go wrong? We are now up. We are now up by a touchdown. How are they going to score? I don't see our defense lining up like they did the year before. I do not see them. They have not let anyone get close to destroying us. Until now. When they just let him catch the ball. So, I mean, kind of dropping the ball there, guys, after I just gave you hype. But there's only 2 seconds left. Regardless, unless some stupid, big, dumb play happens, then can you sack the quarterback? Okay, thank God they were incompetent and didn't know what the hell they were doing. But yes, mark it in the calendar. Season 4 is the year of Dwayne Haskins. He ends up making it to the Super Bowl. drives his team down the field, scores. He didn't score, but he helped them score the winning touchdown. Like, I'm telling you, our boy is the best. We're going to just enjoy the celebration because this is our first championship. And what I am hoping is multiple titles. I'm hoping at least Tom Brady's 6 here, you know? Because why not? Why not hope that big? Because look at the team we have around us. Zeke, Tyreek. I mean, our offense is just stacked. How can you go wrong? Our team is godly. And we got our boy Dwayne leading the group. Yeah, I think the team is in great hands. Multiple championships. Count them. 6. Just wanted to point out 2 quick things. We were 15-1, and our team was dumb and decided to get Deshaun Watson. Not sure why. So after that stupid decision they decided to make, which I ended up fixing because Dwayne's not having that happen. Because look at what happens when you let our boy Dwayne play. He's going to lead you. He is a Super Bowl champion. We are on the road to number 2 right now. Tampa ain't going to come in here and do anything to us. Like, we got this on lock. Let's head to the next round because we're going to go right through this team. Right through them. These jokers must have been crazy to think if they thought Tampa was going to come in here and win. 2-time champions is what we're doing this year. So, of course, again, we got to go through Patrick Mahomes in order to get to the Super Bowl because why not? He's got to be there every time. But our boy Dwayne might not have the greatest stats right there. But look at the score. He is going to lead us. He is a field general. And we are, I believe, going back. I believe this is the conference championship. And we are going back to the title game because we're freaking amazing. And what did I tell you? Of course we're making it back to the Super Bowl. Back to back, baby. This year, we're taking on the Dolphins. I didn't even bother looking at their record because I have that much confidence in our team that we ain't even got to be worried. We're not scared at all. Have nothing to fear because we are the better team at 15-1 this year. So let me show you why I'm not worried about this. Because look at the score. 35-10. We're amazing. Also, didn't specify it in the last one, but Zeke has won Super Bowl MVP in the last 2 ones, which I'm not mad. Zeke, we fed him. He did his business. He did the job. He is the man who was carrying the team, literally. So, I mean, but because of Dwayne Haskins being the field general that he is, he was a smart man, knew what to do, how to get the team back onto the top of the mountain. Because can you say back-to-back champions? Because that's what we are. Because look at my boy hold up that Vince Lombardi trophy again. That's 2 years in a row. Let's do it right now. Guaranteed Hall of Famer right now. Doesn't need the stats. He's got the rings. Something that other players don't have yet. So, yeah, you don't need to adjust your video at all. Like, this, you're seeing what you're seeing. A 2-time Super Bowl champion was released. So now he's with the Packers, which he's an 88 overall. But he's also with Khalil Mack, so maybe our defense can be great as well. That's one thing I don't like about these later Maddens is that, like, they just release people and then they'll sign them again for, like, another 1-year deal. Like, sign them for longer. Like, when Zeke and Tyreek came here, I gave them, like, a 3-year or a 5-year deal. I don't remember what it was, just to make sure they stay on there. But wherever Dwayne, I even said to myself, like, wherever Dwayne ended up going, I was going to sign him to, like, I think 3 years so he's at least there a couple of years and get some playing in there. So we'll have to see what he does here. I have no idea what Washington was thinking. They were just very stupid and dumb. Like, why would you release your 2-time Super Bowl winning champion? Like, I don't know if we're going to win 6 now because Washington was dumb, which that's no different than any other time with these guys. So, I mean, it's whatever. I don't know what their logical thinking was, but he's in Green Bay now, so we're going to have to see how well of a champion he really is. So what I was trying to say was we're going to see what kind of player he is, not whatever the heck I was thinking. But yeah, we're down right now in the 4th quarter, but look at our boy. I don't think that was a touchdown, guys. He was definitely out of bounds, but they're going to review it. But the thing is, they're not reviewing the touchdown per se. They're reviewing the possession. Look at his feet. Look at his feet right there. Yeah, he is out of bounds. Yeah, so yeah, we managed to get the touchdown, but we also gave up the game in overtime. So, yeah, I guess that really didn't come in handy at all for us. Like, we didn't really capitalize on that. We ended up losing, so unfortunately, no three-peat for our boy Haskins. We didn't make it to the Super Bowl, but Dwayne got his first Pro Bowl, so bright side, I guess. So after our Pro Bowl season and making it to the playoffs, Green Bay decided, hey, you need another weapon. Let's get you George Kittle, a 94 overall tight end. Can't go wrong with that. Unfortunately, it does go wrong because the very next year, we didn't even make it to the playoffs that year. And the year after that, we ended up going to Philly. And our best player on this team is Jabril Peppers. So hopefully we can make a run with this team. Yeah, so we ended up leaving Green Bay. We were only there for 3 years, and we only made the playoffs once. So it was a rough year there in Green Bay. It's not like we did anything special, so you didn't really miss anything. So we ended up deciding to go to Philly, I guess. Why Philly? I don't know. That's just the team where we went, because let's play in the division of our former team who still has a stacked freaking team. So yeah, unfortunately, yeah, we're going to be in Philly for a bit, but hopefully we can do something in Philly. Hopefully it's not going to be all bad, but, you know, let's check our stats for the 5 years, because we're going to be here a couple years, at least for the next 2 anyway, so let's just take a look and see what we're kind of doing here, see what we're working with, and see, you know, what kind of years we've had the last couple years, because I know we've only seen the 1 year, and that was the Pro Bowl year. I think it showed the stats on there. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, that was like the only year where it showed any stats possibly, I believe. But yeah, that was the last time you guys saw anything. So let's just check out and see what we've done for the last 5 years. And see what you missed. We've only had 1 playoff game so far that you know of from, you know, Green Bay. But yeah, let's just hope that it's been a little better. So not bad years. Obviously his Pro Bowl year was his best year that he's had so far. Some years he's gone up, some years he's gone down. Like, it looks like it went down, then it's gone back up. So, and then the 2024 season is the season that they decided to sign Deshaun Watson and just 100% get rid of Dwayne Haskins in a way. Like, hey, you won a Super Bowl, we don't need you anymore. Like, so I don't know what they were thinking, but yeah, it gets rough. We make it to the playoffs a couple times with Philly. We do something, but we run into one team a couple of times, and for some reason, I don't know why, it doesn't show us our Pro Bowl year. Like, you guys saw it. 2025 was the year we made the Pro Bowl, so I don't know why it doesn't show the Pro Bowl on there, because it will make sense later on why I'm talking about it so much. But yeah, for some reason it doesn't happen. But I'll show a quick highlights of our postseason here. Okay, so first year in the playoffs with Philly, we end up making it, and we end up getting right through New Orleans, no problem. But then we play, of course, Washington, who is still a stacked team, and of course have Patrick Mahomes again, because he can't get away from us. But yeah, we end up getting destroyed by Washington by 30 points. Wasn't even a close game. So our first year in Philly, not great. We ended up only making it to the division round just to lose to Washington and Mahomes again, because Mahomes has to be in this video for some damn reason. Next year, though, go to Detroit. We beat Detroit. We beat Detroit soundly, like not even an issue when it comes to Detroit. So they were a simple one and done for Detroit, because they had no chance of beating Dwayne. Look at that. Player of the game, 2 touchdowns, 248 yards. You ain't beating that. But you know who is beating that? Freaking Washington. Again, for the second straight year. we face Washington again, and for the second straight year, we cannot beat Washington. Like, I'm sick of playing Washington at this point. This is the second year in a row that stupid Mahomes has beaten us again. I'm sick of it. But we managed to make it to the Pro Bowl again, so we get our second Pro Bowl, so some kind of a bright side. But our next season, our third season, we end up beating Arizona in the wild card to advance because they weren't hard to beat. But unfortunately, the next team we play again in the next round is, of course, Washington. For the third freaking year we have played Washington. Like, luckily this is his last year in Philly, because this is just ridiculous. They have beaten us literally every year we have made it to the playoffs. We can't even get out of the divisional round to make it to the conference to get into the Super Bowl. So I'd say our Philly run was not great. Went to the Pro Bowl, but couldn't make it out of the playoffs because we had to face Washington literally every freaking year. So, yeah, it wasn't a great 3 years, considering we lost to the same freaking team and the same freaking player. I am so sick of Patrick Mahomes now. So tired of him. Alright, so literally after the whole Philly debacle, we decided to go to Denver, try new scenery, get out of the NFC. Hopefully that will make some kind of difference. Yes, I know it says the 2030 stats here. This was just so I can catch this footage. Simple stuff here. Nothing big. I didn't do anything. It was just so I can catch that one intro here. But yeah, basically this is where he's going to be for the rest of his career, is with Denver. Yeah, it was not a good time in Philly. We went to the playoffs 3 straight years, went to the Pro Bowl, but then we got embarrassed by Washington literally every season. So hopefully going to Denver will lead us to a fresh start, get us out of the NFC to face Washington literally every freaking year. So I'm hoping, being in the AFC, this will help us and we can finish our career on a high note. And we'll go from there and see what happens in these the last couple of seasons that we'll be doing here. So I just wanted to show that we showed up, that we came in second for the MVP. We didn't win the MVP, but we came close. I just wanted to show that. But in our first year with Denver, we advanced to the next round, of course, because 259, 3 touchdowns, 76 completion. Yeah, we're going to the next round. Then we got to go through Kansas City, of course, the Patrick Mahomes' former team. We tie the game up, of course. What did you expect? This is Dwayne Haskins, the comeback kid. Then he's got another chance to lead it. Give it to the back, see what he can do. And he's gone. He's gone. That's touchdown, baby. That is taking us, because this is the AFC Championship. Guess where we're going next? We are going to the Super Bowl in our first year with Denver. Something we couldn't do with Green Bay. Something we couldn't even do with Philly. But what's even better about this Super Bowl is wait till you see who we're facing. You'll never guess who we're facing. Yes, of course, we're facing Washington and freaking Patrick Mahomes again for the 4th straight year. Only difference is we blow them out. He wins his 3rd championship. And you know what? This one's probably the sweetest of them all. This was to show Washington they clearly made the wrong choice, because this was the big game. Granted, I don't remember if they won any of the titles. I have no idea. I wasn't really looking. I didn't want to pay attention. I was more focused on us and not them, so it doesn't matter. Look at that beautiful screen right there. That is the best screen you could ever get out of here. So I know this isn't the next 5 years. This is going to be the next 4 years. But, because it's going to be starting in 2028, I think, is the next 4 years. Yeah, it's the next 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. I know I counted wrong because we're only on there, but as you can tell, our man has gone town with 79. But
and they're moving on to the
the very next year with Denver,
How about
we ended up
this?
advancing to the AFC Championship again. 2 years in a row, we were able to make it to the AFC Championship. So we are looking to have another repeat, which if we can do that, if we can repeat again and get to 4 Super Bowls and have 2 back-to-backs, we're amazing.
Say, wow, it was a great season,
but we
right
don't.
now, I
We
guarantee
end
they're
up losing
feeling
by
no
7
on this
to
one.
And you can
Miami
already
in the
see
AFC
the
title game.
T-shirts
So
at training
unfortunately,
camp
we
next
do
year,
not
can't
get
you?
another
Unfinished business.
chance to win a
Because they
Super
gotta
Bowl
find a way
and
to
get
motivate
another
these guys to go
back-to-back
through
and possibly
all
be
the
the
same
first
pain, right?
player to
All
do
the
that in a
same
long
tough
time. I'm
stuff,
sure Brady
and
has done
find
it,
their way
but
back
on here we could do
and give
it.
themselves
On the losing side,
then
in a
our
couple
third
months,
year,
they look back and say, wow, it was a great
We lose
season,
again
but
in
right
the
now,
AFC
I guarantee
Championship
they're
game,
feeling no
going
sugarcoating on this
16-6,
one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you?
That's the closest we get after that,
Because they've got to
because
find a way to motivate these guys to go through all
it's
the
getting
same
closer and
pain,
closer to the
right?
end.
All the same
But
tough stuff, and find their
I
way
will
back.
say we did make the Pro Bowl one more time, so there is a bright side there. We did make the Pro Bowl again, but
There's
then we
all that
lost
build up
again
to the
in
moment,
the
but I would
wild
imagine
card,
the post-game
and
locker room speech,
that's
it'll have a
basically
pretty
how we end the
positive spin.
career. This is the final stats, the final numbers. Basically, because I missed when he actually retired. I didn't realize he retired in the off season, and I didn't know it wasn't gonna show me that, so I completely fudged that one up. That one was my bad, but not bad numbers. I mean, he had a couple of seasons where he had double digits interceptions, but I mean, for the most part, he had some pretty good numbers and was averaging 60%. But as you can tell, it only said 3 Pro Bowls when we saw 4. But one Player of the Year, best quarterback 2 years, not a bad career overall. He was also a 3-time Super Bowl champion, and I did look back. He did only go to the Pro Bowl 3 times, so unfortunately I was wrong. But when you look at his stats, over 5,400 yards, which got him 5th all time, 504, which is 5th all time, 63,000 yards, which gives him 6th, and then 150 interceptions, which gives him 62nd, which obviously you don't want to have the highest number there, that you'd rather have the lowest. Not gonna lie, I'm thinking Dwayne Haskins is a Hall of Famer. 100% that he is. I mean, he put up great numbers. He won 3 Super Bowls. I mean, granted, he didn't win himself an MVP or anything, but I think he still played great overall. But yeah, in my eyes, I'd say Dwayne Haskins was a Hall of Famer. I think he gave us a Hall of Fame career, and you can't go wrong with 3 Super Bowls. So I'm putting him in our Hall of Fame. He totally deserved it. Best career so far.